Good morning students, welcome back. So let us continue with this chapter, strings in Python. I had already recorded a few videos based on this chapter, but generally what we will do in this video, we will revise all the basic points that we had learned about strings. First of all, what is a string? A string is in Python is nothing but it is a sequence of characters. Now, as we have learned Python in maybe 9 standard or 10 standard, we know very well how to take input of characters. Suppose if I want to take input of characters directly, we can use them inside a variable along with single or double quotes. Suppose we want to take the input of characters or input of sequence of string from the user, we will be using the function raw underscore input to enter any particular character from the user. So that was the method for taking input of string. We can take it directly in the form of single quotes and double quotes assigned to a variable. We can also take it directly from the user when we are executing a Python program with the help of the function raw underscore input. Now the second thing is about traversing a string. Now suppose I mention a string, say B, B, P, S. Now as most of you will be knowing, there are two ways to traverse a string. First method is forward traversing, where we are starting indexing our string, we are starting counting our string from the forward direction, and the indexes given are for this string, it is 0, 1, 2 and 3. Now there is one more method of backward traversing students. In this backwards traversing, we will be starting with the last value, and the last value will be -1, last second will be -2, similarly we will have -3 and -4 as per this string. Now suppose I am generally using this string into my Python program, say a equal to, say in single quotes, BBPS, and I want to only use and print this character P. So if I am using forward indexing, it will be string name and index. Index will be 2. Now if you see and if you wonder how 2 is coming, just pay attention. Forward indexing, this is 0, this is 1 and this is 2. Now if I want to print the same letter P using backward indexing, it will be print A of, backward indexing means -1, -2. So if I execute the same in the Python program, we will be able to print and use the letter P. So this was about traversing a string. There are two ways of traversing or indexing a string. One is forward indexing. Remember, forward indexing starts with 0 from the front. Another method is backward indexing. Remember, backward indexing starts with -1 from the back. The next very important thing that I want to discuss is string is of the type immutable. Now once we go ahead with other chapters, that is list, tuples and dictionary, you will be having a more clear idea regarding what is the difference between mutable and immutable. Okay, but for now I would just like to give you a general you can say difference between both of them. Mutable and immutable, what is the difference? Mutable means contents once created cannot be changed. This is the meaning of the word immutable. Mutable is just the opposite of the same. Contents once created can be changed. Okay, as I am giving you that, you will be having a more clear idea regarding how these two things work when we go ahead with other chapters in this textbook, that is list, tuple, dictionary. Okay, but for now we will just assume and we will just explain that strings are immutable. Strings are immutable. Meaning of this is once a string is created, once any string is created, we cannot directly change it. Okay. Now students, whatever we discussed here, we'll be trying to execute through a Python program. We will first see how to input a string, we will see how to traverse a string, we will also see and prove why the strings are immutable in the program. Now, as you all might be aware, for using Python, we have to use this application which we call IDLE. And in one of the previous chapters, I already gave you the full form of the same. Kindly remember it. Integrated Development Language Environment or Integrated Development Learning Environment. Okay, Python GUI, Python Graphical User Interface. Now, as I had given you a description of this in the previous video in some of the chapter, the first screen when you open Python that opens up is called interactive mode. Okay, why it is called interactive mode? Because as you see, if I type anything, suppose I write something meaningful, Python gives us an answer. I type anything, Python has to give us an answer, whether it is error, whether it is some output. Okay, generally interactive mode can be used to do minor operations. Suppose I have given a variable let a is equal to 10 and I am printing a, that means the value a will be 10 and that will be printed. Drawback or disadvantage of this interactive mode is we cannot save these files. Okay, suppose I am writing a small program that b equal to 15, c equal to 20. Okay, print a plus b. What can be the result? The memory stores the value of a as 10, memory stores the value of b as 15. So a plus b, once I press enter, it will be 25. Similarly, if I print say b minus c, memory stores the value of b as 15, memory holds the value of c as 20. So b minus c will be minus 5. All these operations can be performed here, but only drawback about interactive mode is we cannot save these things. Okay, we cannot save these things in a file, means it cannot be reused. And the good thing about interactive mode is it will give us the response line by line. Even if we are right, even if we are wrong, it will interact with us. Okay, so that is the meaning of this interactive mode. Most of our work will not be in interactive mode, it will be in script mode. Now for those who are newcomers in this class, how to open script mode? There are two ways. Either we can use the shortcut key Control N, or we can go to file and we can press up new window, and on clicking new window you will see that a new window will pop up. This is what we call the script mode. Okay, now let us start with the beginning. Let us start with say accepting string from the user. Already we have done this in 10th standard. So first thing, I will take the input of string directly from the user. Suppose the variable name which will hold my string is m. I will write up a string here, say this is computer science in class 11. Okay, simple. Suppose I want to save this file, print this line, I will just type print m. Before you execute any Python program, it is always advisable you save your file. Suppose the name of this file be abc. Remember, the extension of a Python file is .py. Okay, so please provide proper extension to your Python files. Once it is saved, to execute this program we can press F5, and as you can say, the message that we had given here in this variable m is actually printed. Fine. We can have some kind of alterations when we deal with a Python program. Suppose we want to write some note here, say data entered is. Always remember, whenever we are writing a message and whenever we are representing that message, between the message and the variable there has to be a comma. Okay, so now you can see we are formatting the message. The data entered is whatever we have printed. So this is how we are inputting a string directly. Inputting a string from the user is nothing new. Suppose I want to input string from the user in the variable a. So a equal to raw underscore input. we will write a message, enter your string, and we will just print the message, say string is comma a. Now again, on saving, on executing, you will see first of all the data that we represented is printed. Now it is asking us for entering your string, so I will just enter a string a b c d e f g h, simple string, and you will see that that particular message is printed. Students, these are the two ways by which we can use string. Way number or method number 1, directly. Method number 2, which will be more popular, using a string by taking input directly from the user. Now then, let us talk about traversing a string. Let us talk about traversing a string. Let us erase all this. Let us take a string, say a equal to okay, let us take up the name of our school. Now if you go for forward indexing, always remember forward indexing starts with 0, 1, 2. Space is also counted as a character, okay, because space has its own ASCII value, so it is counted as a character. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and so on. If we want to, you can say traverse from the back, it will be -1. Okay, now let us say I would like to print only a. I would like to, just for the sake of practice, I would like to print only a. So print string name a. What do you feel, where is the index where this a will be there? 0 and 1. Okay, so if I just write 1 and save and execute the file, you will see that a is printed. Similarly, maybe from the last, using backward indexing, I want to print h. So -1, -2, -3 and -4. I know we have done more things compared to this. We have done slicing and everything, but I am just you can say acquainting you with how to work with forward and backward indexing. Now let us go for the revision where what we did for string slicing. I want to only print Bal Bharti. I want to only print Bal Bharti by slicing this string. You remember, so such kind of examples we were doing a lot in 10th standard. Okay, so let us use forward indexing. A is the string name. We will start with 0. Sorry, we will start with 0 because we have to start with this index. So let us calculate 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Always remember what is the syntax. The syntax means the rules. Whatever we want, whatever index we want, +1. Okay, I will just show you the demo. Why? If we choose from 1 to 10, let us see what will be printed. If we choose from 1 to 10, you will see that only Bal Bharat is printed. Bal Bharti is not printed. But whenever we are calculating, see once 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, now if I enter 11 properly, you will see that Bal Bharti actually is printed. So this kind of way, the syntax is, I will just write the syntax for this. For slicing, string name, our string name is a, start index, colon, end or ending index. Okay, so this is the syntax of string slicing for those who are new to this. For those who have studied in 10th standard, we have done a lot of examples like this. So this way we can do the things. Fine. Let us see one more small example where we were used to join strings, because this is now 11th standard. These things will be very basic. So I am writing, say, NTPC Janor Bharuch. Okay, now as we used to do in 10th standard, same thing we will do here. Suppose my target string I want is Bal Bharti NTPC JH. I want this only. Bal Bharti NTPC JH. This should be my target string. So how to work with this? We will take two temporary variables. Okay. Suppose the first temporary variable I want is m. We can do it directly also. Now first of all we want Bal Bharti. Okay. The Bal Bharti is available from string A, and to our consigns we have already used the Bal Bharti here. So variable m will store only Bal Bharti, that is A of 0s to 11. There will be a small catch to this that I will explain once you self understand what is the issue. Then I want NTPC JH. NTPC JH will be available from the string B. So let us count the indexes: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. That means 0 to 6, B of 0 to 6. Okay. Now print target string, let us say m, which will most probably store Bal Bharti. Again I repeat, there is one catch here, it will not display the correct result. I want you to understand how this is working. And n, which will most probably store NTPC JH. So m plus n. Let us save this program and execute. And as I expected, things are working okay, but there is a minor mishap here and there. First mishap is there is no space. Second is J is missed. So as you know, to increase up the contents we can add up one code. Here I require space, so after Bal Bharti let us include this space also. So we will increase one index here. Okay, all these things we have done in the 10 standard, so most of you will be accustomed to this. Now you will see our target string is coming properly, Bal Bharti NTPC JH. So this was about string slicing, students. All this is a revision of string. In this video we are planning to, you can say, revise all the concepts we learnt about string. Let us go to the last point. As I told that strings are immutable. Okay, let's forget all this. Suppose we take a string, say A equal to India. Okay, now what is the meaning of immutable? Suppose for example I want to change this A into I, this A. I want to directly change this A into I without using any extra techniques. Is it possible? Let us say try for that. I want to change this A into I. Is it possible? First of all, let us check which index A is there. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. A is there at 4th index. So I want to change the 4th index of this string to what you can say, I want to change it into say E. And once this is done, I want to print the entire string once again. In short, what I want, I have taken a string, I want to change the string or change the part of the string. I want to change this A, suppose, into E. So as per the rules, I found out that A is at 4th index. Again I repeat, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. A is at 4th index, and so at 4th index we are directly writing A of 4 equal to E. Let us see what Python says. Python will give us a direct message that string object does not support assignment. In short, strings are immutable. Once a string is created, directly we cannot change any contents of the same. I repeat, you will be having more idea regarding strings about this mutable and immutable once we cover up the next chapters, list, tuple, dictionary. Then you will have a more clear, you can say, window or a clear picture about how this mutable and immutable works. But for now we can understand that once a string is created, we cannot change its contents directly. That means strings are immutable. Immutable means contents cannot be changed once it is created. So students, that will be all from my side for this small revision video about what we studied about strings till now. In the next video we will discuss about methods of strings, and we will see some very nice programs from this chapter. So that would be all from my side for this video, students. Thank you and have a nice day.